This is Job, a good and righteous man who lived in the land of Uz. He was rich, blessed with many children, land, and livestock. But more than anything, Job loved and obeyed God. He helped the poor, treated his workers well, and stayed away from evil. One day, in heaven, Satan spoke to God about Job.
Have you seen my servant Job? He is good, honest, and faithful. Of course, you protect him and make him rich, but take everything away, and he will curse you. Very well, you may test him, but do not harm him.
Job woke up that morning with peace in his heart. He looked around at his land, his animals, and his servants, feeling grateful for the blessings God had given him. Inside his home, his children laughed and celebrated, enjoying a feast together. Everything seemed perfect. But what Job did not know was that a great storm of suffering was about to come upon him. Suddenly, a dark cloud appears in the distance. The wind begins to blow. Job looks up, sensing something unusual. Just then, a servant rushes toward him, out of breath and panicked. "Master, the Sabaeans attacked. They took all your oxen and donkeys and killed your servants." Before Job could fully process the news, another servant ran toward him, eyes wide with fear. "Lightning fell from the sky. It burned all your sheep and shepherds." Job's heart pounded. But before he could react, a third servant arrived, his voice shaking. "The Chaldeans raided your camels and killed the caretakers." Job felt as if his entire world was collapsing. But the worst was yet to come. A fourth servant, trembling and weeping, came forward with the most painful news of all. "Your children were feasting in the eldest brother's house. A great wind came from the desert, struck the house, and it collapsed. They are all gone." Job falls to his knees, his face filled with sorrow. The world around him fades as he processes his loss. In one moment, Job lost everything: his wealth, his servants, and his beloved children. Everything he had worked for, everything he loved, was gone. But even in his pain, Job did not curse God. Job slowly tears his robe, shaves his head, and falls to the ground in deep sorrow. Then, through his grief, he speaks.
The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
Even in the deepest pain, Job chose faith over anger. He did not understand why this was happening, but he trusted God. His story teaches us that true faith is not just believing in God when times are good, but also when life is difficult beyond understanding. Satan was not finished. He asked God to take Job's health, and God allowed it. Job became sick, covered in painful sores from head to toe. Job's wife became angry and hopeless, and she began to speak.
"Why don't you curse God and die?"
Should we accept only good from God and not trouble?
Job's 3 friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, arrived and sat with him in silence for 7 days, mourning his suffering. At first, their presence was a comfort, but soon, their silence gave way to words. Words that did not heal, but wounded. Eliphaz, relying on personal experience, suggested that Job's suffering must be the result of some hidden sin, for the innocent do not perish. Bildad, drawing from tradition, insisted that Job's children must have sinned, and if Job were truly upright, God would surely restore him. Zophar, the harshest of all, declared that Job's punishment was less than he deserved and urged him to repent. In all this suffering, Job did not curse God, but he began to question why he was suffering.
Why, God? I have lived a good life. I have helped the poor and stayed away from evil. Why have you allowed this pain?
Thunder roars, and a bright light shines from the clouds. Then, God answered Job, not with explanations, but with questions that showed his power.
Where were you when I created the earth? Can you control the sea? Can you command the
I
morning?
spoke of things I did not understand. I repent in dust and ashes.
A new prosperous Job with his health restored. His land is full, and his children laugh around him. Because he remained faithful, God blessed him again. He gave him twice as much as before: more wealth, more livestock, and more children. Job lived a long, happy life. Job became very happy for the restoration, and he finally spoke and said,
"My Redeemer lives. He has turned my mourning into joy."
What can we learn from Job's story? We learn that bad things can happen even to good people. Suffering is not always a punishment. Sometimes it is a test of faith. Job remained faithful, and in the end, he was blessed. Lessons from Job. 1. Faith in hard times. Trust God even when life is difficult. 2. God's wisdom is greater. We may not understand everything, but God has a plan. 3. Trials are temporary. No matter how hard life gets, blessings can come after suffering. If you are suffering, do not lose faith. Like Job, trust that God sees you and he will restore what is lost in his time.
Hey there, amazing people. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. I'd also love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts, questions, or just say hi. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay awesome.